What the? Hello there, Mr. Chicken. You see, everyone, for those of you who frequent my streams, this is what a chicken looks like. So let it be known that I am not a chicken. Capiche? Capiche. Okay. Anyways, we are here today to do something a bit different. What do I mean by different? Well, our goal for today is, or rather our last thing that we're starting today, has nothing to do with fighting and saving lives. Today, we're gonna learn how to fish. Well, welcome to you, adventurer friend. You've worked your way to Fisherman's Bottom. When you want fish for just a day, you can call it culinary, but we fishermen feast for life. I set the bait. Think you're ready to bite? You've got me intrigued. Hooray, hooray! Looks like we've got a live one. Let me walk you through the life of a fisherman in Lusaminia. Since we're surrounded by the seas, the fishing sites are a fisherman's delight. If you can't fish it here, you can't fish it anywhere. Well, some of us rope our fishing with pods and ripples, others get in the seabed with nets for creepy, crawly critters. You might say we cast a whole net. People prattle about our pullers just about everywhere in Limsa. There's much more I haven't mentioned. We shepherd the ships, preside over the ports, manage the mongers, all while making sure not to leave any adventurer out to sea. I'll wager you who prefer to work alone, so we'll start you off with the rod and reel. Now, you may not necessarily net the number whose net fish yields, but pull fishing positively pulls prettier prizes. And that's the long and short of it. When you're ready for another bite, I'll reel you in before the Grand Master. Well, if the amount of alliterations you managed to pull off didn't hook a writer like me, then I don't know what would. I hate to hear you'd had a change of heart. You haven't, had you? I have not, don't worry. Spoken like a true bespoken fisherwoman. Well now, it's time you who met the Guildmaster. But unfortunately, and somewhat ironically, our nefarious netmatcher is out fishing at the moment. This moment and every moment, that is. So Sissy Poo tends to tasks that require tending to. Such as deciding whether you'll sink or swim with our guild. Sissy Poo, who's presiding over those pools. Whenever you decide to say hey hello, she might seem somewhat standoffish, but he's only keeping an eye out for sharks. Be yourself and you have nothing to worry about. If you say so. God, that was fucking hard to say. Anyways. Sissapoo. Hello there. Yes, save your breath. I heard every word between you and the Mulika. So I know she told you my role here. As she said, Wawalago is supposed to be Guildmaster, but apparently has bigger fish to fry. So this work falls to me. That includes making sure our new fish aren't shellfish idiots or potential anemones. You passed the first test by not laughing at the awful joke. Now you're only need the right answer to this question. Are you prepared to fish like you've never fished before? Yep. Well, you're smarter than the majority of bottom dwellers that find their way here. Welcome to the guild. Now, this wouldn't be much of guilt if we sent you out to sea with only a pull and a prayer. So I suppose I could spare you a few pearls of wisdom. Nevertheless, you're still going to need that pull and prayer. So I can at least provide you with the former. Here you go. One out of the two isn't bad. I'll even throw in these lugworms, since you'll not like to get far without bait. The rods we bestow upon our new fish are priceless objects, which is to say they don't cost anything. So once you know what you're doing, you'll probably want a proper one. But in the meantime, let's see if you can't figure out how to hold your pole ready the one I gave you, and your lessons can begin. God, I don't know why that was so much harder than speaking like the rogue stick. To fish, you must first change your class to fisher by equipping a rod in your main hand. In the body of water you are near is fishable, the icon for the cast action will glow. Determine a bait to apply to your line by selecting the bait hit action and then check marking the desired item from the list that appears. Some bait can only be used in certain locations or for landing certain types of fish. Bait and tackle can be harvested, made by disciples of the hand, or purchased from various merchants or fieldcraft vendors. Always make sure your inventory is stocked before heading out into the wild. Alright. Well, we got daggers, we got books, and now we got a fishing pole. Quite a change up, eh? Look at us. We look ready to thwack something the way we're holding that. But trust me, you're not going to be doing any bonking with these things. Anyways, Sisyphus. My first fishing rod. Sisyphus would like to assign you your first task. You're looking quite formidable. Let's hope you don't scare all the fish away. Now, the first rule of fishing is to hold on to your rod and take care of your rod, and your rod will take care of you. Let me know if I'm going fast for you. Since you're new here, we're going to start small, and they don't come much smaller than anchovies. You'll find schools of anchovies swimming around outside in Galadian Bay. So, oh frick, I went by too fast. So you can catch your meager supper without even walking 10 yawns. Anchovies are hardly the most cunning fish in the sea, making them an ideal first assignment. Simply bait a hook with some of those lugworms I gave you, dip it into the water, and the fish will practically catch themselves. To catch lemons and anchovies for Sisyphus, first select a suitable lure for using the bait action. Next, approach the water and use the cast action to begin fishing. When you feel a tug on your line, use the hook action to reel in your catch. Alright. And for other things, we also have a fishing log. Your fishing log contains invaluable information on everything from fishing hole locations to detailed fish data to personal records. The log can be found under logs in your main menu. Or we can press down right here, and we will see exactly where, and well, okay, maybe not quite. Maybe not quite. We know that there are some undiscovered locations around, but that's about it. Well, he wants us to go fishing, so let's do that. Our destination is right out here. Fishing. After using the cast action to cast your line into the water, you need simply sit back and wait for a bite. When a fish bites, you will not only see the line being tugged, but hear it. When a fish is on the line, use the hook action to attempt to reel in your catch. Your chance of successfully reeling in a fish after hooking it are directly affected by the fish type in your gather rating. Well, before we cast out, set the lugworms and yeet. We're gonna yeet a lot. Anyways, we got a bit of time. So, hope you've all been. Oh! Okay, I see. I did it wrong. I thought it was cast again, but nope, there's another thing for it. Come on! And there we go! Already to level 3! Alright. And that's our first fish. And we've also got the site for Limsa Laminsa Lower Docks, which is kind of about everywhere, it seems. Anyways, fish guide. Anchovy. For many generations, lamins and anchovies were not actively caught, due to their insignificant size. However, after a Kirking deckhand discovered one rotting in the corner of the blitch hold on a fishing vessel and found it to be sublime, the demand for salt-cured lamins and anchovies has risen dramatically. So it's a Kirkin in love then. Got it. Okay, we have to catch 5 anchovies. So I am going to do that. If I catch anything else, I'll let you know. I'm not gonna make you all wait here as I do this through all this fishing. After all, it's kind of all the same. Oh! We got something else! And another level up. And we are also all out of, all out of rest XP, it seems. Let's see here. The dark gray area of seaweeds found in all 5 of Eorzea's seas has been known to grow up to a mom 1,760 yalms in length. It's just kelp. Not much, but hey. You take what you can. I'm already level 5, and I got a lot of finger shrimp. I'm catching everything outside the anchovies right now. A common saltwater shrimp found in the plankton-rich waters of the Sea of Jade. Boiled in seawater and topped with a squeeze of fresh tannin sun lemon is the preferred method of preparation. Oh, we also got a new ability there. I'll check that out in a moment. I'm looking for anchovies. I'm not looking for shrimp. Not looking for kelp. I'm looking for anchovies. Give me anchovies. Well, I'm level 6. Okay, now then, let's see here. Actions are a bit different for things like this, but hey, it's always worth looking at. Reduces the amount of time for the next fish to bite. Cancels current mooching opportunity. I have no idea what that means, but whatever. Let's go. Level 7, and I still have only caught 1 anchovy. God dang it! Level 8! Already. Even without rest XP, we're leveling up quickly. Fish size. The higher your perception rate, hitting the better chance you have of landing a large-sized fish. Depending on the variety, it may be usable for moching. I have no idea what moching means, but okay. Sneak. The Disciple of the Land Axe Sneak allows you to conceal yourself from enemies so that you may log, mine, or fish without fear of being attacked. Be mindful, however, that this ability is not effective against enemies with a level significantly higher than your own. Makes sense. Alright. Chum again. Yeet. I only need 2 more now. So come on. There we go. That's all the anchovies I need. That took significantly longer than I expected. But it's done. Sissy Poo? It is. We have our stuff for you. Anchovies swim off every shore of Lusaminia, so you can bring them back from anywhere you like, so long as it's not the fishmongers. Well, don't worry. These are very much not from the fishmongers. Here, Chovy Chovy. Here, Chovy Chovy. Fair flock of feisty fish you've got here. Giddy guppy. Careful they don't slip out of sight. Oh! Hello there. Walago! To what do we owe the pleasure? A guildmaster has got to get out to the guppies. The heading of the daily drudgery picking up a proper potable and some support and service. And who gets after the guildmaster? We have books to balance, you know. Books you should be balancing. I did my best to balance the books, but the bilge he'll bent the boat back, bouncing the whole batch off the boat. That's not what... You know it was just an expression. But that's neither here or there. So long as you keep at the bit Lusaminia, our books will balance themselves. But don't let that go to your head, of course. Any beginner can snag some anchovies, but you'll need to experiment with different lures and explore new waters if you want to catch the big ones. Fundamentals are fine, but the fun in fishing is fishing for new finds. Like my uncle always said, fishing's like philandering. You never know what you'll catch. And with those well-spoken words of wisdom, we will leave you to your wiles. The next Fisher Heads will be available from Sissipoo after reaching level 5. Well, we may or may not already be there. So... Oh! You? All the fish in the sea. Fishno has news that should be of interest to any self-respecting fisher, no matter how seasoned. Well, if it ain't Lusaminia, you may have just taken out the rod, but anyone can see you've got the keen eye of a fisherman, and I reckon you're looking to make the eye keener still. Bigger fish, more exotic locales. Aye, that's what we all seek, ain't it? And it just so happens I can tell you where to find them. You see, the Fisherman's Guild has finished construction in a vast boat equipped for voyagers of the high seas. As far as I know, Captain Forzagel, who is still looking for a band of fishermen adventurous enough to brave the deepest fishing holes of them all. If you think you threw the stones for it, I'm sure he'll be glad to take you on. Well, I don't think this was a thing when I tried fishing. It should be noted that this isn't typically what I do. I'm not the most, what's the best word for it? I don't tend to, do the crafting stuff a lot. So this is a very new side of 14 to me that I get to explore together with you all. Also, can we talk about the fact that this job somehow still has an auto attack? Huh. Very huh. All the way down at the end of the ferry docks, past the Arcanist Guild, is where we need to head. Hello there, Forzagel. You seem to have a fair group of fishers here. Another daring soul come to join our crew, eh? Then let me be the first to welcome you to the Endeavor. Now, this ain't your regular fishing boat. We sail it where we please, holding only the course the wind provides to us. Aye, that's the only way we can see the unseen, know the unknown. Captain Forzagel, if I may, the Endeavor is the Guild's only ship of this magnitude, and if we, as you say, sail only where the winds pleases to take us, we may not ever return to this port. The Guild may not look favorably upon such liberal use of its property. My apologies for foregoing an introduction. I'm just Thoda, sent from the Fisherman's Guild to oversee the venture. Why am I here when the ship already has a captain, you ask? Well, as you already know, members of our trade, Better Wawalago and Captain Forzagel included, seem to have difficulties managing time. I suppose the concept becomes something of an afterthought when one becomes so fluid on water surface. Regardless, I am here to ensure the ship adheres to its schedule, both by managing its finances and ensuring new crew members board smoothly. The Endeavor shall embark upon any number of predetermined routes, each of which has this port as their final destination. Rest assured, if you fail to join one voyage, the ship will return before long. The route we travel will be determined by our departure time, and you may speak with me if you wish to know the route before boarding. Pray bear in mind that we must keep to a strict schedule. We cannot take on more crew members after we have begun boarding, and there are no exceptions to this rule, even for captains. I hear you. When we board the ship is when we head to the exciting part. Fishing. Here, take these lures. They're certain to attract something worth displaying on your wall. Or at the very least worth eating. Should be enough to last for one voyage at least. If you're looking for other kinds of bait, you can buy it here or on the docks or on the ship. Try to switch it up now and then, because if you only use the same bait, you're only gonna keep catching the same fish. And that ain't why we do this, is it? And one last thing. While Soda here may be in charge of the particulars on land, once we're on the ship, it's my words you'll heed. So when I say we're fishing here or we're sailing there, I won't hear no objections. As long as we're clear on that, I believe there will be bounty his fishing for all. And with that, the Endeavor is yours to board. If you wish to enter the ship, or if you would like a more detailed explanation of what it is we do, you only need ask. Alright. And with that, ocean fishing is unlocked. Potential crew members may register to board the Endeavor in 15-minute intervals occurring every 2 hours. However, the Endeavor will depart early if the number of crew members reaches 24. Well, that is certainly of interest. I think it's for the best that we, wait until we get our bearings on land before fishing in the high seas. In other words, back to the guild with us. However, we also got a versatile lore. So, 1 second. Can I? Yes. I want to see here. Will this catch anything new for me? Just an anchovy. At least we leveled up. 2 exclamation marks? What is this? A coral butterfly. I always said a blutterfly. And a Marithogoby? Wait, did I get both of these? When did I get this? I'm very confused now. A vividly striped saltwater fish commonly found in the Strait of Marathor. The hobbies are situated near the bottom of the food chain and feed a great deal of larger species. This makes the fish an ideal choice for mooching. Got it. And over here, a colorful saltwater fish commonly found in the warm seas around the island of Bannock, not known for its flavor. The wave kitten is most often put on display in aquariums. Let's see here, how much more do I have? I'm looking pretty good. I'll do a bunch of fishing and I'll in time, and we'll find new fish and the likes in time as well. Anyways, with that small distraction out of the way, Sissipu. Bigger fish to fry. I smell that you haven't been neglecting your duties. A commendable attitude. No one's ever gotten worse at anything by practicing. No one I know, at least. Then again, you can't expect the same old tricks to work with new fish. Big ones don't grow to be that way, chasing everything that wiggles on a hook. To catch the fish you want, you must first know what the fish wants. Only once the prize is at a stake can you tantalize and tempt your prey to taste the forbidden tackle. Anchovies may be willing to settle for lugworms, but harbor herrings have a discerning palate that prefer pillbugs. But don't take my word for it. Go and see for yourself. Pick up some pillbugs from Senna Hill over in West Hawker's Alley. Then use them to catch 3 local harbor herrings. Like anchovies, they can be caught right outside. In case you have a mind to return to your previous spot, you should know that fish aren't as foolish as most might think. Keep casting your line in the same waters and you'll find that fewer folk will take the bait. Sounds about right. I mean, that's what I had to do in order to get the anchovies to bite, is I just moved a bit to the side. Anyways. As you said, we need to pick up some pillbugs. That is right here. Fieldcraft supplier. Tools. Let's see here. This is not what we're looking for. One sec while I find the correct place. Okay, I see. I did it wrong. So, let's buy 15 pill bugs. I think I'd say that's probably about enough. And then now that that's done, time to do some fishing. We can do it right outside here, I think. So, come cast. Wait. Did I? No, I forgot. Well, I still pulled something, but I'm pretty sure it's not what I was looking for. Harbor herring? Oh, I got one. So I guess you can also use the versatile lure. But you shouldn't get into a habit of using it, it sounds like, because they won't catch every... Versatile though they may be, they won't catch everything. They won't catch a lot of the bigger fish or the rarer fish, if if what I read was correct. This particular variety of herring will gather in busy harbors such as Lusaminia Galadian Bay to feed on the small sea creatures which consume the waste dump from ships. Okay, now that that's done, let's use the pill bugs. See if that gets us anything. What you got? Alright, another, and that's level 10. There we go. That's all the harbor herrings that we need. So let's head back to the fishing guild. Bring me 3 harbor herrings, Lusaminia. This will test both your ability to use pill bugs as bait and your ability to count. Thankfully, I can do both. There's nothing better than salted harbor herring. Save for perhaps fried harbor herring. Or grilled. No, definitely salted. You know, in the yesteryears of my youth, I used to use every fish I yanked out to yield a bigger one. A good gamble until the game got gargantuan. I guess I got greedy. But where did you... Well, sometimes it's best to throw back like the big ones. Good God, what's a guildmaster got to do to garner a grain of gratitude? Acting respectable would be a start. Respectable? I sail the seas and snare everything that swam in them. And that would be an accomplishment if by everything that swam in them you meant fish and not lady divers. All you ever brought back were stories about carousing with trollops. But chauvinism is just a red herring. The harbor herring are what's important. Namely the lesson of thinking from the perspective of the fish when selecting bait. In that regard, I can say you truly have the mind of fish. So here's a treat. Some of it might seem like gibberish at first, but as you make observations and jot down notes, eventually all of it will be gibberish. Well, take some time to study up, but be careful not to fry your fish brain. You'll need it for your next lesson. The fishing log is a chronicle of your experience as a fisher. Peruse the fish guide for fishing locations and detailed fish data. Reflect upon your accomplishments by reviewing your records. We already had that stuff, but whatever. Anyways. Even though they are lower in defense, they give us gathering ability, and that's going to be very important. So, let's equip it and see what it looks like, okay? Not much, but then again, we're fishing, not fighting. Let me also, while I'm remembering it, let's see here. Over there, characters, set gear, hotbar, there. Okay. And with all that done, that is where we're gonna call it. Where I'm gonna call it for today. Though there wasn't a whole lot overall done today in terms of actual like content that you all saw, it was a long 3 hours for me. Trust me. Next time around, we're gonna be looking at the Marauders, the Culinary, and perhaps also the Armor and Smithing Guild. We'll see how many of those we can get done. See you all then. I promise one day we'll continue the main story. This game just has a lot of content.